And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game, or a puzzle actually, called Dog Crimes. I recently have gotten a dog, a black German Shepherd named Fuzzy. She's tremendous and amazing and literally has committed almost every crime listed in this thing. There's a bunch of dogs, you're just trying to figure out which dog did what. Now, it's not I love dogs, and it's more silly and goofy, but it is a game which is there to teach you logic. It's like those logic puzzle books that you can buy in a store. And in fact, there's already an identical game that exists called Cat Crimes. And I would like to say, unfortunately, I don't have Cat Crimes on me anymore, so I could not compare to see if they were the exact same. I mean, they're different, the dogs, the crimes they commit, the items on the board are different. I don't know if the puzzles are exactly the same. But I don't know that that matters, unless you memorized each one, which I doubt. But some people like dogs better than cats, so my opinion is going to be the same on both of them. But if you've never even heard of Cat Crimes, let's tell you about how Dog Crimes works. In this game, you're trying to figure out which dog committed a crime. Either they tore up the pillow, or they pooped on the rug, or they ate the cake, or they ripped up the shoes, or they destroyed the homework, or they broke the flower pot. And so you're going to be working on that, trying to figure it out. You have 30 cases, and each case is going to tell you something. So we'll take a look at the first intermediate case. Who broke the flower pot? So that's the one that we leave here. We're trying to figure that out. And it will give you some information here. So Daisy, it says, was sitting in front of a rawhide. So I take Daisy, and I'm going to put her in front of a rawhide. There's two rawhides, one here in front of the flower pot and one over here. So she could be in either one of those. Then we look, and we see that Cider was sitting across from Daisy. Okay, great. So Cider is sitting across from Daisy, so it could be like this also. Daisy and Cider there. Pepper sitting between Daisy and Cider. So Pepper is sitting between them. So all three could be there, or all three could be on the other side. And then we see Pepper was not sitting in front of a rope toy. Well, here is a rope toy. So Pepper's not that. So then it has to be like this here in front of that. Then we see Beans was sitting across from Pepper. So Beans, who's definitely who pooped on the rug, is sitting over here. And then we see that Suzette was sitting to Bean's left. So Suzette's sitting here to Bean's left, which means Ace was sitting to the right, which means Ace, the great German Shepherd, is the one who broke the flower pot. At this point, I'd flip it over to see if I'm right. And we turn it over, and I have it upside down. And yes, indeed, I got it right. It was Ace. And that's it. I solved it. And then I can just go through and play these. Like I said, there's 40 of them here, and they go from easy to more difficult. The board itself is really nicely done. It has this double layer thing. It doesn't need to, but it's just a neat looking board. The dogs are pretty big. They have these little standees on them. They fall over maybe a little more easily than I'd prefer, but I really do like the art on them. And again, you don't even need these things, but they're just a nice reminder of what's the thing you're looking for. The clues are very, very straightforward. And, like you saw at the end, they're very clear as to who is sitting where. I like it. I'm a big fan of logic puzzles. I really enjoy them. If John was the juggler, and the juggler had 3 sandwiches, and the person with 3 sandwiches was sitting next to the person with 5 sandwiches, what job did Andre have? I find that sort of thing fascinating. They're usually paper and pencil. You sit there and go back and forth. Some are really difficult. Some are easy. This is definitely on the easier side of the scale. But this is great for kids. I want kids to think logically anyway. And you sit there and you can move these dogs around, which is fun, and maneuver it till the puzzle matches. There's only so many combos available in this. So even the hardest one here is not going to be as hard as many of those paper and pencil logic puzzles. But I'm okay with that because it teaches that. You saw the one I did there. Fairly simple. Again, that's puzzle 11 out of 40. They do get more difficult as time goes by. But you can brute force solve them by just moving the dogs until it matches what it says. But you want to learn how to do it maybe in faster and quicker steps than that. So it's fun. I feel the exact same way about cat crimes. Although, yeah, probably the exact same. Because even though I like dogs better than cats, and I'm, more I tend to think cats are more likely a criminal than a dog would be. Having a dog is proving me elsewise. It doesn't matter. If you like dogs, cats, it's both fun. It's not necessarily a game, like I said. It's a puzzle. Multiple people could work together, but it also can be done in very much solitaire if you have a bunch of kids. Or even if you just, as an adult, you want to do something light and fun, logic-wise, you will like Dog Crimes. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment approved.